Is it fashion or education nowadays?
Fashion. Definitely fashion.
So people are judged more by the way they look rather than...
Yes, that's why you have to wear school uniforms, because people who don't wear school uniforms get beaten up, because you've got people who are lower society, haven't got the money to get the nicer clothes, and then they get bullied for it.
That is a completely new take on it. So
no,
education...
that's why it's done. That's why
people wear school uniforms, so that nobody's different and you can't get attacked.
Would you trade in an education for a new shirt? And would a new shirt actually define you better than telling somebody that... So your education comes and makes you who you are, but your fashion defines which tribe you belong to.
Yeah, because your education kind of defines you and who you are, like who you hang out with at school and what sort of person you are at university. It defines who you are, and then the fashion just comes along with that, I guess. I don't know, that's what it was for me anyway.
So fashion is very important?
I'd say it's more of just like, I don't know, it's not important, but it's just something that happens along the way of finding out who you are and stuff like that. It's just something that happens along the way.
Thank you.
Is that good?
Awesome.
In terms of the job market, you know, people are wanting a look for their business, so they will employ really cool, trendy-looking staff for their cafe or their restaurant, or certainly the fashion boutique. But even for their law firm, they want people who look cool and represent an aspirational image that their customers might have. They don't want someone in their cafe who doesn't look really groovy, because people go there to be groovy and be seen in a groovy place and served by groovy people. So in that sense, the criteria of what you're wearing and how cool you look is much higher than if you've got a degree as a barista, or a, you know,
so you could
or,
be a
or a chef. You could be a barista and a chef, but in terms of the cafe, they'd probably be more interested in whether you're wearing All Saints or, well, it's not labels, but just how you put things together, personal styling and stuff, and things like that.
So it's your new CV. What's more important to you, fashion or education?
I don't know, it depends what you define as education, really. If you're talking about university, definitely university's quite important, because it's like a life experience. It's not just education, it's like you find out who you are at university, like what sort of person you are.
Yeah.
I would say it's fashion, because of the media and the politicians and the whole cultural, I suppose, context that we live in now, is where fashion, what people look like, what they perceive to look like, is considered cool or people should listen to, rather than actually knowing the truth.
So what is
through education and through self-learning?
Yeah, but we're leaning towards fashion is the way that people judge each other.
Yeah, we're leaning to that because it's superficial and it has no meaning really in the world. So education is
value.
It depends what you say education is. If you're talking about self-learned education, then that has truer value than any educational system, as in schools, university and that kind of stuff.
So something that you learn by yourself is more valuable than what the institutions, what formal education is going to give you?
I think so. And that's looking from my perspective, because I've been through the formal system. Because I've been...
The formal system now has shaped who you are.
But has it shaped me in the better place of where I would have been? Maybe not.
Do you see your counterparts that don't have a formal education? Do you come across them?
Yeah, I do. And Because it kind of depends whether you're going to be, and I have to use the word matrix because that's what I view the matrix as. So it depends if you're going to be in, if you're going to be, it's not conspiracy, it's the whole political, economic subtext, context that we live in. If you believe in that, then you'll believe that fashion is where you're going to go, and the whole kind of 5-minute kind of celebrity lifestyle and all that kind of thing are hooked up in it. That's what I'm saying. But if you actually go past that and actually start to think for yourself, then you'll probably see that the truth lies in your own self-learning rather than education. So that's me.
What are we talking about when we're talking about the definition of fashion elitism? In terms of the way you dress and how you would define somebody else who didn't dress accordingly to what it is your idea of fashion is?
I think everyone can dress. I think fashion's a form of self-expression through clothing. So I don't think it's necessary that the next person has to wear exactly what it is that I wear, or I don't think it's necessary that they agree with my genre of dressing. I think it's a self-expression. Everyone can kind of feel free and go for it, and it's different.
So there isn't any sort of elitism?
No, in society there is. With me there isn't, but in society there is. Of course, that's why young people get bullied at school, because you're not wearing the latest trainers or you're not wearing the latest shoes, and you know, so it definitely does exist. But I think it's unfortunate that it exists.